Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so in today's video I'm going to be reading a story that I wrote, a little fanfic of me and my friend Paul. And I'm also going to be reading this in my bed just because I can't really be bothered sitting up properly and I'm kind of tired and I want to keep my feet warm as well. Plus I'm also going to be eating this cream corn that I got from the supermarket while I read it. And it was really good value because it was only $1 and there were only like 15 left and I managed to buy all of them. And it's a great snack, it's super healthy for you and it's vegetables as well, so you can you're basically having a salad out of a can. It's awesome. Alright, so what inspired me to make this video? So if you guys don't know already, one of my friends, Paul, probably one of my best friends, and he still lives in Adelaide. I was chatting to him on Snapchat, and you know how Snapchat has those bitmojis? Well, there was one of him kissing my cheek, and you could probably see it right here because I put it here. And that inspired me to write a little fanfic story about us. And I've been watching these YouTube videos, this YouTuber specifically called With Cindy, and she reviews all of these books and everything, and I watched one of her videos where she talks about her favorite fanfic tropes and everything, and that kind of inspired me to write this little story as well. So without further ado, I will start it. And it's called The Science Project. Also, I'm probably going to leave a little link to the Google Drive doc that you can read yourself, but I just thought that I would read it to you guys so that you can use your own imagination to listen to it. The Science Project by John T. Patterson. Einstein, Tesla, Stephen Hawking, John T. Patterson. Some of the greatest scientists in history, and I was going to be one of them too. Ever since I was a kid, I've been fascinated with science. The double slit experiment, the photoelectric effect, chemical bioluminescence. Many of these you may not probably ever have heard of because I'm smarter than you. That's right, you heard it first. I am the Whiz King. I want you to tell your story, so let me dumb it down for you, for your primitive, smooth brains to be able to understand. It's the summer of '95, and had just finished my first senior year of high school. I had applied for Yale University and had my whole entire future ahead of me. I was destined to become a rocket scientist and work for NASA. For those of you that don't know, NASA is the brand that sends astronauts and monkeys to the moon. From there I could start my own space company and send all the humans to Mercury. That way, I will have the whole world to myself. Anyway, I had gotten ducks at my old school and a GPA of 4.0. The only thing left I had to do was apply for this scholarship and win the Glass Beaker Cup. The Glass Beaker Cup? What's that, you may ask? Well, it's only the biggest and highest award that humans can win. And if I win this, it is going to look so good on my LinkedIn and my resume. This surely would be enough for me to get flying colours into my scholarship program with NASA. Sorry, let me reiterate. When I said I had gotten ducks, I meant I had gotten shared ducks with my biggest competition, Paul Tomic. He had always been trying to steal the spotlight from me. Whenever we had tests, it was always him and me who were getting the highest marks in class. We were actually best mates back in primary school. In fact, I had even invited him to my sweet 16th. The reason why we didn't get along with him was, well, I don't really want to get into that. I want to keep this high frequency positive story about me. Ding ding ding! My alarm rang and I jumped out of bed. Today was the day of the Glass Beaker Cup competition, and I was so excited to go to the competition. I had packed my bags the night before, ready to get going right away. I ran out of the house so quickly, I forgot to eat breakfast. I was ready to seize the day. I got to the competition place and burst through the front door. I was shook. To my surprise, Paul was there. And I could feel my blood boiling as we locked eyes. Greetings, he says with a sniffle and pushes his glasses up his nose. Hello, Paul, I say, with my eyes in a cold squint. Surprised to see you here, I say to him sarcastically. You here for the glass beaker cup? He asks. Yep, and I won't let you take this away from me like how you did back in 4th grade. You're still not over that, Paul says. No, and I never will. You cheated and broke my science project. For the last time, I didn't break it. Why didn't you let it go? I'll let it go when you apologize for breaking it. That was when the judge walked over and broke us apart. Now, boys, let's not do this here. Let's leave this on the chemistry floor, he says while he pushes both of us back as we glare across at each other. I go and take a seat, ready and eager to listen to what the rules are this year for the glass beaker cup. They always like having some sort of twist. Last year the competition involved creating a project, but you could only use your feet. That was probably my favourite year. Ladies and gentlemen, the announcer announces. This year we'll be doing the glass beaker cup a little bit differently. Today we'll be doing it as group projects. Thank you to all of those that have applied. I will draw the names out of a hat. The announcer begins to draw names out of a hat. Jonty Patterson, they say. Please get me a good partner. Please get me a good partner. I manifest myself to my head. And Paul Tomic. No! I scream in my head silently. I do not want this. After the announcer finishes organising teams, I slowly head over to where Paul was sitting. So Paul, what did you have in mind for this project? I say. I think I will work on it by myself, he says. Agreed, I say. I was totally against the rules, but I'm used to breaking the rules anyway with it. That's just one of the benefits of being the most intelligent human being in the universe. We split ways. I wasn't going to let this guy take away my dreams of winning the glass beaker cup, and I was going to do it by myself whether he liked it or not. I've had this idea for a science project in mind for a while, but for this experiment, I decided to make a love potion. It was something that I had been dreaming about since I was a kid. I knew all of the chemistry. I just had to put it all together. To be honest, I didn't know why I didn't do it earlier. I could have made millions. Oh well, money isn't the thing that motivates me anyway. We work all afternoon in the garage, but on our own projects. I start mixing all the chemicals I can find. Paul comes over and asks what I'm making. A love potion, I say. Cool, he says. As he turns around to leave, his elbow hits the table wobbles. The glass jar falls on the floor. It smashes. I gasp in horror. Aromas of lavender and Dove soap fills the air. You idiot! I scream. What am I gonna do now? My eyes start to water from the strong aroma. Paul looks at the floor at the mess he has made. This is just like the time in 4th grade when you broke my paper mache volcano, I say. What? He says. You know it wasn't me who broke it. Who was it then? I ask. It was Mike Hunt. The bully from the year above. Mike snuck into the classroom at lunch, and I saw him step on your volcano. I tried to stop him, but he ran off. That's why it looked like I broke it when you came into the classroom later and saw me trying to put it back together. Oh, I say, but that still doesn't understand why you've treated me like dog shit since then. The reason why I hated you all these years, because I was jealous of you, he says. What? Please explain, I say. Yeah, I've always been envious of your brilliance, the way you are with your words, the way you can do anything, like pick up an instrument and just play it, or try a new hobby or sport and be able to do it with ease. You're also very good with the ladies. When I first heard we had to be partners, I was ecstatic. I was just concerned, he says while he bends over and starts scooping the solution into his hands. Stop! As I flick his hands away. You'll cut yourself. They're bleeding from the glass. His hands feel soft yet strong. We can do this together, I say. We can win this competition. There isn't much time left though. But what will we make? Paul says with worry in his voice. A paper mache volcano, I say. But that's the oldest trick in the book, he says. Yes, but it'll be you and me doing it as a team. Paul and I spent a few hours constructing the paper mache volcano. It gets a bit messy because, well, it's paper mache. Our hands are covered in cornstarch and we use a Gatorade bottle for the inside of the volcano. Layer by layer, we construct the model. It's beginning to take shape. By the end of it, it looks magnificent. We give it a quick coat of fast drying sealing paint. You can still see some white underneath the paper mache though. We are ready to present. I'm very proud of our creation, I say to Paul. Yes, he responds. Regardless of whether we win or lose, I think we have won something else. Yes, a new friendship, I say. He lays a kiss on my cheek and I am taken by surprise. There's no time to think about it. The judge is already here. We stand to attention like army soldiers and Paul gives him a salute. Why is he like this, as I roll my eyes? To cut things short, we didn't end up winning, and I was kind of bummed out since it was a lifelong dream of mine. However, I did reconcile with an old friend. I realise now, but there's more to life than just academic achievement, and sometimes all it takes is for your heart to open up to new things. Sorry you didn't win the glass beaker cup, Paul says. That's okay. It's just an empty cup, I say back to him. Einstein, Tesla, Stephen Hawking, John T. Patterson and Paul Tomic. Some of the best scientists in history. The end. So that's the end of the story. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. The alternate universe, the AU I was going for, was like a college AU, enemies to friends, enemies to lovers. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I might write some more stories in the future, but this one took me like maybe about a month to write, and it wasn't even that long. It was like probably less than 1,000 words. It just takes ages for me to write, but the creativity and being creative with it all, it was like quite good fun. It was good fun. I might do it again at some point. But anyway, this concludes the end of this video. I'll see you guys later in the next one. Alright, bye.